Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to another cooking vlog. Oh, y'all thought I was just for Vlogmas? Sweetie, no, I said 2020, we chefing it up, okay? So anyways, we're here. Essentially, I've never, ever cooked fish before. I like fish, so I want to cook fish, but I've always been afraid to do so because I just feel like it's such a delicate meat. I don't want to overcook it, I don't want to dry it out, and I just feel like I can't do it right, so I never did it. Anyways, we're here today. We are gathered here, dearly beloved, to cook some fish. So, let me just go ahead and get into it. But if you guys remember one of my previous cooking vlogs, you remember I made this pasta with chicken and these noodles, and it's like this curry sauce, and it's like a pre-made like liquid sauce or whatever that you're supposed to saute your meat or vegetables in. So I was like, then the sauce is really good. So I was like, what about curry salmon? So anyways, as titled, we are going to be attempting to make a curry salmon today. Pan-seared, I'm not gonna bake it. I just want to pan-sear salmon in some nice curry sauce, give it some nice flavors. And then as a side, I got these little diced sweet potatoes because the curry sauce has a really strong coconut flavor in it, which adds like a nice sweetness. So I was like, okay, well, I want something kind of sweet as the side. I was gonna do like a typical asparagus, but I was like, asparagus and curry, I don't too much know about that. I've never really cooked a sweet potato before either. I don't even too much like sweet potatoes. I like sweet potato fries. So this whole entire vlog is gonna be an experiment. So basically what I'm doing right now, I do kind of just want to pre-season my salmon to give it some flavor. I'm just putting a little bit of flavor on this so that way when I put it in the curry, it's gonna have some double flavor. Cause like I said, I like flavors in my food. Yeah, so let me go ahead and put y'all down and let's get to seasoning this salmon. Alright y'all, so I just went ahead and heated me up some butter. I'm gonna start off with the butter. I'll just put some butter on the fish first and then season it so like my seasonings can adhere to the butter. And also because, I mean, listen, we love some butter here. This is not intended to be nobody's healthy meal. I'm not on nobody's health plan or nor diet, sister. I just want my food to taste good, period. I do want to go ahead and cut it into portions so that way, you know, any of the seasonings can kind of get on the sides of the actual portions as well, and it's not just strictly on the top. I am going to be seasoning one side because the other side, it still has the skin on it. And my friend was cooking salmon, and when she cooked it, the skin is easier to remove in the skillet once one of the sides has already been cooked. So I'm not even gonna season that side, I'll season that side in the pan. But I'm gonna go ahead and just cut my little portions. This is like the thinner side of the meat, so I'll make this one bigger. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with some black pepper because I know for a fact that I like black pepper, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that nice and, oh wow. Get that nice and peppery. I like mine coated. I wanna see that pepper. Yes, man. We'll do some garlic salt. And then when I cook this, I do plan to cook it with some onions and minced garlic as well. So those are gonna be some more flavors that we'll be adding. So I got some basil. Now I want to basil the house down because I know this is a good flavor. When I go to the Thai restaurants, I be getting this basil fried rice, and that with curry is just so good. Yes. So I'm gonna basil the house. And then I have these some green onions. They're like chives, but it's freeze dried. And then when you cook them, they just kind of come to life. Go ahead and put that on there. I'm gonna add some granulated salt as well. Hopefully this don't come out too much. Chili powder, just a little bit. Just to give it just like a tad bit of heat. I'm not somebody that likes spicy food at all, but I don't want this to just be like one-dimensional because I know we use like a couple different kinds of salts, and then we put the herbs on there. So with some chili powder, then the curry, it's gonna be really good. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of that chili powder because now that I'm thinking about it, with like the sweet potatoes, I do kind of want there to be like a nice kick to this. So that is our seasoned fish. We got our pre-seasoned fish here. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the Frigidaire. All right, so it has been a few hours. It is now cooking time. I went ahead and I just prepped some onions. This is a brown, yellow, this onion right here, and this is how much I did not use. So that's about 3/4 of the onion that I didn't use. I chopped up the onion for both things. So I did, well, I'll show you. So I did some bigger chunks here, and this is gonna be for the actual, like, to go with the salmon. And then I did these smaller pieces here because this is gonna be mixed in with our diced sweet potatoes. Sorry, my phone is dead. I need to charge her. And then I just have my seasonings here. So we're about to go ahead and get started with the cooking of everything. As you see, this is our fish. Right now, what I wanna do, because I know the fish is gonna cook quickly, I'm going to go ahead and start with the onions. I wanna get those nice and like cooked in there before I add the fish. This is just some coconut oil that I'm going to be using to cook the onions and the fish. As for the sweet potatoes, when I make those, I'm going to use butter instead. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my big onions that I did for the fish. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add those in there. So what I'm gonna do is start to put my fish in there. And I'm gonna put it the skin side up at first. So this is one of the fish pieces. And I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that down in there. And you know what, one of these, I'm gonna go ahead and cook it the skin side down, just so I can test out my theory if the skin's gonna come off with cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let that cook on the skin side for maybe like a minute, just to kind of loosen it up. In fact, all of these I'll probably just go ahead and let them cook skin side real quick to loosen up that skin. Ooh, but look at you see what that butter did? That's how you blackened the thing. Look at there. Look at that right there. That's what that butter, that's why I buttered them first, because they make it look nice and yummy and blackened. So these are damn near cooked now. Oh, look at that.
It's good, yeah.
Oh, you guys see? Look, the skin just peels off after you let it, you know, cook down a little bit. Okay, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we cooking with gas. Let me go ahead and put this on back right on over. And watch this skin just peel off. Come on. Don't embarrass me now. Yeah. Flip you right on over. Yeah. Okay, so now that I got the skin off, I'm about to just go ahead and season this side real quick, just a little bit, nothing too much. A little bit of salt on there. Whoa, that was a lot. Some of my basil. Alright, so these are the last two pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and add the curry in here and let it simmer. So this is the curry packet here. I'm just going to pour it in here. Oh, let me turn this heat down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop. I basically just turn the heat like all the way down, like to -1, because at this point I just kind of want this to simmer. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of my meats. As you can see on this one, it's like almost done. So that's where I wanted to cook them to. So that way when they're in here simmering with the sauce, they can like finally get that like 100% done and ready. So that is what we're doing right now. Let me add these back in here. And like I said, I already put this heat like all the way down. So this is done. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and work on my potatoes. Cover this while it simmers so that way we don't lose any of that moisture and that good yummy sauce. All right, so now we are working on these potatoes. I'm just gonna take a little bit of butter. Like I said, instead of using coconut oil for these, I'm gonna use I'm gonna use some butter. I mean, in my mind, it's kind of the same thing as like, you know, when you have yams and the way that butter tastes with some yams, the like saltiness with the sweet, you know. So that's my thinking with that. So that's why I'm using butter instead of using the coconut oil. And then the same as before, the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking is the onions because I like mine to be like well done. As you've seen before with the salmon, how they were like real like golden brown around the edges, that's what I like. While that's happening, I'm about to go back over here to my salmon, okay? And I'm just flipping these over just because I want both sides submerged in that good old curry with an old goodness, okay? Look at that there. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know that's right. Y'all better cook. Oh yeah, y'all better have that curry flavor. Get all of that. All of that. That's the thing about not having grates on your damn stove is that these things just get to spinning. But it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem. All right, so back to the onions. We're gonna go ahead, add in our sweet patatas. Yes, ma'am. Just go ahead and pour all of them right up in there. I actually feel like I might need a little bit more butter because that onion really cooked down my butter. And then I'm also gonna take some minced garlic and I'm just gonna take a cute little spoon, half a spoonful of that. Throw that in there as well. Give that a nice little toss. I cooked those onions for too long because as you see, like this one here, they're starting to burn, sweetie. Let me turn this heat down a little bit. Oh, I can smell that garlic aerating in there now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it some seasoning. Definitely wanna add some salt to the mix. Go ahead and salt those down. I'm also gonna put some some basil in there. Just to, you know, kind of give it a cohesive flavor profile with that fish that we did. And then this allspice, I've never actually used it before, but I was like reading what it's used for and I gave it a little taste. And I felt like it might be fitting for this flavor profile, especially given the curry. I think this would be a good pairing for curry. And then I'll put some black pepper in there too. Go ahead and mix that up. Oh yeah, you can really smell that allspice. That smells amazing. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and just put that salt as the salmon, just turn that heat off. I mean, the pot is still hot, so it's definitely gonna still cook, but it just doesn't need to, I don't wanna dry out my salmon. So it's done. I just really needed to get that curry sauce in there sauteing. But yeah, so we're just gonna let this cook a little. So now we are gonna go ahead and give it a try. And I chose this vegetable and everything to complement each other. So I wanna eat it together. So I got my salmon and I got my potatoes. Y'all hear that siren? The ghetto. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. The sweetness of the potato really does go well with the curry. So that was a good pair. That was a good choice. In my other cooking vlogs, you guys always ask, like, you know, what is something that I would have done different with this? Definitely would have started with the potatoes, number one. These sweet potatoes took so long to finally get soft. And even still, some of them are kind of not soft, some of them are. But I think that's a product for me cooking them in the wok and not like on a flat pan. Also, I would have seasoned them. I was a bit heavy-handed with the allspice. And I've never had allspice before. It gives like a nutmeg type of vibe, but it's still like a spice. It's not like sweet. But it goes good with curry. I would have just used less. I still would use it just a little bit less. Other than that, I still do want to try cooking the fish in the curry sauce like I said I originally planned to do. But doing it like this came out okay. It just needs more sauce. So I would have maybe got 2 of those sauce packs, which those are like almost $4 each. So I feel like that's a bit much, but I don't know. Or maybe make your own curry. If you know how to make curry, then do that. Hope you guys enjoyed this cooking vlog with my curry salmon and what are we gonna call these? Diced sweet potato, or sauteed sweet potatoes. Hey y'all, so it's the next day and I just wanted to let you know, I had to come back in because I was eating it as leftovers. So basically after I ended the cooking vlog, I realized that the sweet potatoes as a side, but mixed into the curry is really good. So I just wanted to say that for this recipe, basically after you maybe finish the sweet potatoes, when they're about done, I would probably add it into the curry sauce with the salmon and just mix it all together. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And it's so much better. Like the sweet potatoes taste 10 times better with the curry sauce. And the fish, like all in one bite. So instead of making the sweet potato as a side with the salmon as like the protein, just make it, here, I'll show you. Like this. So to do like a full like curry, sweet potato and salmon, and you see like the diced up potatoes are down in there with the salmon. It's just so good this way. So yeah, bon appetit.